Thank you very much for agreeing to this. I know this is your...
Sheldon! I've been asking myself, when is this guy gonna call me for this, eh? You know, like since the last time I
Since the
commented,
last time,
I was like,
I
yo,
was
I
like,
need to get myself some
yeah.
clippers. And I actually haven't gotten myself some clippers.
Is it?
And I should
Yeah,
do
but
it
now
ASAP.
we're here. Now we're here. Thank you very much for agreeing to this, man. I mean, like, I'm looking forward to giving you your first legendary haircut.
Yeah.
And I'm actually wearing my first T-shirt right here. This is like,
What's the
this
name
is
of
my
it?
native language.
Oh, yeah,
Ons is die
Afrikaans?
mense- Yes.
Okay.
So I come from a community in the Alvarado Park,
Yeah.
predominantly
Yeah.
speak Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Ons is die mense. And I like the fact that you put it in different languages.
Languages, yeah.
Just to speak to across.
It's the craziest thing because like it's one of the most successful brand campaign that we've ever done.
Serious.
Yeah, and like it's small pockets here and there, but the
Yes.
people who got it.
Got it.
And then when we did it with the languages, it just opened up a different world, man.
Yes.
Like people were like, hey, you know, like the craziest thing, I went to a party.
Yes.
I was wearing mine written in Betty.
Yes.
And the guy comes to me, he's wearing one written in Shangan. And then we start speaking, and he starts speaking
like...
Shangan to me. I'm like, I'm gonna throw in some Betty in there. And I was like, it just created this community. But yeah, super excited to get my first legendary haircut.
Thank you very much.
No, the
Let's do this. Let's do this.
thing, Sheldon.
Yes.
Nobody has touched my hair
Are you
or my
serious?
head in the past 4 or 5 years.
4 years?
Yeah, I only shave my head.
Are you
I
serious?
shave myself, yeah.
So you do everything yourself? It's
I do everything myself.
Yeah. So you just like
because it's a clean shave.
Yeah.
It's a clean shave.
So you go all down?
I go all down, but like
Yeah.
I'm trusting you as the legend
to do something.
To do something with me. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know, this is actually the first time I see you without the cap.
I know. It's been 5 years. I've been wearing a cap all the time.
All the time. It's like, it's just been...
I mean, like, you know, like the last time I tried to do a fade.
Yes. Didn't work out.
You can see my forehead, bro. It's not the one. It's not the one. Yeah. It's not the one. So what do you suggest?
I think let us do something. If you don't like it, we will change it.
Hey.
What do you think? You don't want. You know, it's like maybe I have like the fade that actually comes all over.
Look at Karen, she's laughing over there.
She's like,
I don't know. I'm not sure with the fade, eh?
Yeah. Fade it.
A fade.
Yeah, we can do the fade.
Let's fade it.
Like all the way.
Let's see, right? Like
if I
get home and they say, "Wow, you look cute."
What's happening here? Then you know.
I'll be one of your biggest customers.
Then you know.
Cool.
But come and see how it turns out, and I hope you like it, huh?
Awesome.
Because my skills are still a bit rusty, but.
Yeah, like I'm actually shocked that you still cut hair yourself,
Yeah. No, I hardly do it, but.
Is it?
You know, I'll come out of retirement for you. So tell me, you know, the one thing that I really truly admire about you, and you know, most people don't see this, but you've been around for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
You understand? One of the most consistent people that I've noticed within the industry, because both of us know people would come in and people would fall off. Yeah. And you see this happen so much in our space, in our entrepreneurial space, because
it's hard.
It's very hard to come in, and also come in as a fashion designer, trying to figure out, you know what, this is something that I'm going to take to the next level, and they just last a couple of years, months, then they fall off. What is that? Huh? What made you so consistent? What's that?
You know, like Sheldon, actually today, right? I had there's a lady who reached out to me in April.
Yes.
So I did a talk in Limpopo. They invited me to come and speak as a keynote speaker.
Yes.
I did that conversation. I did that chat. Told my story, and people loved it. And then I got to do it again in KZN.
Okay.
And again here in Job, in Bloemfontein as well.
Yes.
And then she came to all those 3 talks.
Are you serious?
Right? And then after the 3rd talk in Durban, she reached out to me. She's like, "Hey, Tabs, I'm doing a study on you on personal mastery."
Ah.
for Henley school, and I just,
Yes.
as a psychologist, I want to understand what happens in your mind.
Yes.
I was like, yo. So she asked
Yes.
me the same question: why would I stay, and why would I do the same thing for the past 10 years? Like, what happened?
What happened?
What
Yeah.
happened? And
Yes. Yes.
and the craziest thing is like, um, I remember this one day I was at varsity at
Abda.
ABDA,
Yes. At
yeah.
Abda. Yes.
And then when I decided to like I'm gonna change courses, I called my family and I sat down with them.
Yes.
And I remember when I told them I want to be a fashion designer, everybody was disappointed.
Oh.
And going into fashion school at UJ the following year,
Yes.
I had to pay my own fees. So I had to hustle between school and
What?
doing jobs and,
Yes. Yes.
And I think the craziest thing is that like I sat down with my mom and I told her, I'm like, yo, please support my vision. Even if like you don't give me money, just
Yeah.
support
Yeah.
me.
Just support.
I
Yes.
just need support.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
I think because I promised a lot of people that I'm gonna make it.
Yes.
That
Especially
gave,
coming from where you're coming from.
yeah, that gave me a reason to fight for it, man.
Yes.
Like it gave me a reason to say, I want to build something even beyond me. I want to build something that my neighborhood has never seen.
Yes.
I want to build something that my family has never seen.
Yes.
And also, like, I think ultimately I really wanted to change my situation at home, bro. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship sometimes is like, for me, I always looked at entrepreneurship as like a way for me to make the means happen and to change my situation. And I think that's why I've been here for quite a very long time. And
And that keeps you
and
going ever since, huh?
yeah, and ultimately, like, I really love what I do, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. You can see.
10 years down the line, I'm still doing it.
You're
I'm
still
like,
doing it.
and I'm still excited.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. And I'm like, wow, man, like the team now is like it's festive season. The team is asking me going on holiday. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be with you in stores. What do you mean? I'm going on holiday away. I'm with you in stores.
It's stores,
I still really, really love.
So you still go out to the stores and go speak to the guys
I
and
still
stuff.
go to
Yeah.
the stores, speak to the guys, spend time with the clients, I spend time with the customers. I try to understand what they love from us. I try to understand what
How
we should be
critical is it,
making.
bro? Because many of the times guys would grow a brand and they tend to forget the customer that's actually receiving it.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's important. I'm not like if I design stuff like cool stuff and nobody buys it, like what's the point?
Yes, that's true.
For me, I wanted to, the jeans brand, bro. Like,
Yes.
you want to be in everybody's cupboard
Yes.
at some point in
At
life.
some point, yes.
You
of
know,
course.
whether they're like it's in the next 10 years or now, like I really want to be in almost everybody's cupboard and tell my story in their cupboards, So but I really need to understand what people want. And the most beautiful thing about what we do is also we custom make, right?
Yeah.
Where we are at Victoria Yards, which is like moved in here, saw the space in 2017, moved in.
Yeah.
Probably tenant number 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But still like a mess. This place was still like under construction.
Yeah.
And I realized that doing bespoke also gives me so much insight from the customers. Like we deal with customers with different body shapes, with different sizes, with different tastes, with different aspiration, with different needs.
Yes.
So that also allows us to expand ourselves in different cabinets and in different spaces. So I think for me, being in stores is very important because, like, I don't want the bespoke experience to only exist only here.
Only here, yes.
It should also exist in the store, and that's the type of brand I want to build. I don't want you to walk in the shop and like just pick a t-shirt and leave.
And you leave, it must be the whole experience.
It's an experience, man. You walk into the shop, you hear beautiful music playing. The sales guys are amazing people. They understand the product. They understand why we make it.
Yes.
But they're not just sales guys. It's just like they're proper consultants. Like they'll help you buy the right pair of jeans. I mean, like I've seen the guys like say no to people.
Yeah.
Like, don't buy that.
Serious.
And I'm like, hey, Baba, target. What's going on here? It's like, no, Tshepo, hey, if you sell this thing, this guy was saying, don't come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. And that's genuine people, huh?
It's genuine people.
You know, the one thing that we all struggle with is basically being able to get the right type of people in your business.
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
I poach people, bro. Simple.
And you
just
like,
go look at like a company with. I'm joking.
yeah.
I think like being the person that I am, like I've managed to attract different type of people who'd, you know, like this one day I was walking past Diamond Walk and this guy walks up to me and is like, hey bro, this is what I do and I love your brand so much and I would really love to work for you, bro, in any shape or form.
Yes.
So amazing people have come to me directly. Amazing people have walked into the store and presented themselves. Amazing people who've gone out there and looked for people.
Yes.
Some people have come through recommendation. I think the past, say 2023
yes.
was a very tough year for us.
Yes.
We gave up profit to fix our foundation.
Are you serious?
Yeah, meaning that like we.
So was that like a dip that you had?
It was a huge dip. It was a huge dip. Like we had to choose. Like we realized that like for us to scale,
yes,
we need the right people into the business.
Wow.
And we need the right suppliers.
Yes.
And we need the right systems. And like almost about 9 months, bro. Like sometimes you'd walk into the store, you couldn't find a size. And it was very, very frustrating, you know. But like with my business partner, we said like we're planning for success.
Yes.
Rather we eat dust for now.
Yes.
So that in the future we can be happy, you know. So we look for people. Like we went through a process of like, what do we need? Who do we need? What kind of person? Do they have the same values as us? And you know, we started having conversations with different types of people in the industry. And like, I mean, Karen, who you met now, she's our head. She's our lead merchandiser.
Yes.
And she's been in the game for about 20 years, 20 plus years.
Yes.
You know, so we look for people with experience and people who can like bring more value into the business than us. Like I've reached the ceiling in terms of like my management and like what I can do operationally. So I need people with like experience and people who like understand where the brand is and where the brand wants to go. We're still small. I mean, we took it from a big company. And she took a risk. Came and joined our team. We brought in a finance guy, a marketing team. We worked on our design team. And then now we're working on our retail front.
What?
Yeah. So
how critical is that? Because especially that organizational structure that you had to go through. Because many people think like, if you set up shop, we're done. But they don't understand the back end of running it.
The most important thing. I mean, like the most important thing in any business is admin, man.
Yes.
So if you don't have the right operators,
and
you don't have a business.
That's so true. That's so
you
true.
You could have like, I don't know, like 10 million followers and be famous, but like if you don't really have the back end, you have no business.
You have no business, and there's nothing to prove for it.
And I mean, like, you know, if you want to sell your business, you're selling the back end, bro. You're not selling. That's the value. The value is the machine that runs it. You know, it's the engine. So I think for us, like that's what we did. We worked so hard and tirelessly, and it was painful, and like, you know, like I'd see customers getting disappointed. But I thought like it's for the goodness of the business and for the good of the brand. Next
so that took you about 8 months to
9 months. Bro.
9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. Only now, bro. Like we all in that action, like, you know, Karen, let's say for instance, Karen came into the business. In Jan. And she could only like fully like bring in stock in June.
Wow.
So since then, like from Jan till June, we've been working. We designed quickly. We worked quickly. And we're catching our tails, and like fashion is season. So like we had to design for 2025 already, and we realized we have nothing for 2024. So we're catching up with 2024 and then 2025. And you know, like the whole business structure, the brand structure, everything, like And that was it was very difficult. But
And
now
basically
I
you were
think
learning as you were going
we're
along.
learning as we're going along,
Yes,
man. We're
yes,
really, really learning.
yes,
And I mean, like, we have such a strong community, man,
yes,
of our customers, the people who
yes.
are brand, man. Like, it's a very big community,
Yeah,
man. It's
yeah,
like
because
it's
those are like your advocates that's out there.
proper, bro. Like, they know they're like, okay, cool, Teps. I can't find a size. You know what? Let me buy what you have.
Yes,
And when you're ready, I'll come back. You
yes,
know, but
yes.
and those guys kept our lights on, bro.
Wow.
So our community has really helped us build this whilst we're fixing ourselves in the back end.
How important is that? Because being able to focus on those particular, because if you look at it, the Tshepo follower or the customer that prescribes to Tshepo, those are like your cult followers, and anything that you do, they are there. You understand? They let you know onto it.
I think it's not even cult followers, man. It's
Yes.
I think it's people who said to themselves, some of them is people who are like, I love the quality. There's different customers, I've realized. Like, there's people who are like walking in and they're like, oh my God, like this t-shirt is so nice.
Yeah.
What? And
Yeah.
then there's like, these jeans, amazing. Are they really, is this really South African? And there's those people who really love the quality, the product, the styling, the messaging. And then there's people who are like, I want to help Tshepo become the next Ralph Lauren from South Africa to the world. And I will do it with my money. I will press that like button on social media. I will tell all my friends in the office. And I think like we have a lot of those South Africans right now, bro, who are like, I think have changed in terms of like, from a brand perspective, who are saying that actually South Africans are as great as the international brands, you know?
Yes.
And we need to have more South African brands playing in the international space, in the global space.
Yes.
Imagine like traveling, you know, going to New York, going to a McDonald's store. That's beautiful,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
You go to Amsterdam, you find a Tshepo store, you find, you know, like it's beautiful. It makes the world a smaller place.
Yes.
So those are the kind of customers that we have, man. It's
that's so amazing.
It's people who want to build with us, you know.
That's
like
amazing. That's amazing.
It's people who see the vision.
And it's hard to build those customers in the beginning because what do you do to actually ensure that those customers actually understand the
10
vision?
years, bro.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
It's a decade.
Yeah, it's a decade, bro. It's a decade of building, of saying the same thing over and over again, of trying to get better at what we know, trying to learn as much as we possibly can. And you know, like internally, like we have this thing that like it's better to have 100 people that know you and prescribe to you than a million people that just know you. You know, it's better to have 100 people, and those 100 people will build. Like, I mean, like you look at like the guy called Jesus, right? He had 12 guys.
Just 12. Just 12. Just 12.
You know, like, and we built this whole community.
And now it's prescribed across.
It's global.
It's global.
Right?
Yeah.
And like we looked at it from that perspective that like you don't need millions and millions of people. You just need 100 people.
Yeah.
Who are going to convert the next person to the next person. And like those people come, they stay and they help you, man. I mean, like I had this customer.
Yeah.
Craziest thing, bro. When we opened up in 2020 in Hyde Park.
Yes.
Super excited. So we're rushing to put stock in the shop.
Yes.
And we don't have like much stock. So we created these linen shirts or whatever, Cuban style with shorts, like cool design.
Yes.
Put them in the store. Guy walks into the store. He's like, this is not a Tshepo product.
Are you serious?
It removes everything. Calls me, it's like, this is not the quality of this brand.
What?
We know the quality of this brand. That stock worth like 250K, bro. I'm like, dude, no. Like, Teps, this is not the quality of this brand. What? Take it out. I have to give it to the staff, give it to everybody else. He's like, you're not going to give to any famous person nothing. Give it to your staff or you destroy that. So those are the type of people who help you build community.
Yes.
These are the type of people who help you build the brand, and those are the people that the brand has attracted and tried to maintain over. That's a tribe. That's our tribe. That's our tribe.
That's exactly what it is. You understand?
That's
because
our tribe,
those are the people that your voice is out there. Those are the people that when they say something, they let you
They-
know.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
no, this is not what we.
Good
It's
feedback.
not, yeah, it's good feedback, critical
yeah.
feedback.
Do you get
Because-
that as well?
No, I think that's critical.
Yeah.
That's because what I always do is that how I review my senior management is that I look at the customer feedback at the bottom. You understand, and we constantly,
Yeah.
whether it's on Google, whether it's sending out emails to customers,
yeah.
whether you actually getting it first hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that feedback actually is your
It's a
your
business.
parameter. You understand? So you can measure how good you're doing based on that
the
feedback.
Yeah.
Understand?
And sometimes it's like you get haters, but like,
Yeah.
but I think like we were just as a brand, we were lucky
Yeah.
that we got people who just want to build this brand.
Yes.
You know, like Sky says to me, sends me a DM. He's like, he sees me with my Corisa, sends me a DM. He's like, this is what we need to do now. We need to grow this brand.
Yes.
Then his profile picture, the Tshepo t-shirt.
Yes.
Like, he's tagging the brand all the time. He's like, now we need to grow this brand, you know? And like,
Yes.
and it's amazing to find people that I've never met in my life.
Yeah.
I've never met, and they're like, you know,
And
every
they're
day
like-
we send stock all over the place.
Yes.
And they're like, we're growing this brand together.
That's
you
amazing.
know, and
That's
I think
truly
remaining humble in the whole process has really been a pillar. You know,
Yeah.
when people get to meet me, they're
Yes.
like, "Are you sure you're the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the guy." They're like, "You're so humble."
Yeah.
You know,
That's the one thing that stands about you. I mean, like your humility outseeds everything that you do. You understand? Because most of the time, we all know. I mean, like you come from EFDA, you've seen the guys at EFDA. Because once you create something, and it's like, this is the it.
yeah.
This is the it.
Yeah. I think for me, I've always wanted to create something for people, man.
Yeah.
You know, like people are at the core of this thing, and it wasn't all about me. It's not about me. You know.
How do you come to realization? Because especially when it comes to saying that particular thing, because to your exact point is that you're taking the servant approach to it. You understand that it's not all about me, but it's about the purpose behind what I'm doing.
It's you know, if I've kind of seen, I've looked at different scenarios where individuals praised themselves more than what they do, and they lost the plot. You know, I think for me, it's like all my heroes and all my mentors have always put people first. I grew up in a place, in a home where we were public servants. You know, my grandmother's a pastor. And, you know, 2 a.m. in the morning, someone is knocking, asking for prayers. And you have to open the door. You don't lock your home. And even the tsotis in the neighborhood knew that they don't come into our house because it's a place of prayer. It's a place of hope. It's a place of, it's a community service. And you know, and I'd see my granny treat different types of people, man. I mean, like the most poorest person in the community would walk in, and she would treat that person similar to how she would treat a businessman with all the money who's taking kids to school, would have to make tea for those people in the same cups, in the same, serve them biscuits, and she gives them the same attention. So for me, I think that part of me growing up in that environment made me realize that everybody has a story, everybody's going through something, and everybody is important. And like as a community servant, people therefore become the first thing. You put people before yourself, and if you put people before yourself, then it makes life easier. So for me, I was trained to be a person who's easily approachable. I was trained like since I was a kid. Like I was trained.
This is
I
all
walk,
you know.
Exactly. I walk to the street and I speak to like the guy who's cleaning the floor street. I speak to all the hobos. You know, like it's really not about just making myself the most famous person and the most amazing person. It's all about like building this community and creating hope in other people, bringing hope in other people's lives.
And the thing about it, it's the exact same thing is that what you're saying, everyone has a story to tell.
Absolutely.
And I mean, like, I'm just taken back by that because I also grew up in a Christian home, and I'm also Christian myself. So Christian myself. But once you start realizing that, especially the greatest leader that came on this earth, Jesus didn't come to be served, but he came
to
as a
serve.
servant to serve.
Absolutely.
And
the greatest leaders are servants.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And most of the time we look at these leaders and we say that these leaders are the boss of our society, but not understanding the greatest leaders are actually the ones that's on the floor, that's busy doing the work, that's so humble and putting people first.
Imagine like if every leader were putting people first. This country would be amazing.
The world would be a different place.
It would be a different place.
The world would be a different
place. There's a lot
place.
of people out there as well, anyway, who are doing that.
Yes.
You know, who are putting people first, for creating beautiful experiences. You know, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, and you know, it takes me back to basically, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that whoever humbles himself will be exalted, and whoever exalts himself will be humbled. And it's the exact same point, because if you exalt yourself, and we live in a society like that today. I mean, like, if you look at social media, it's all about it's all about what I can achieve, you understand? And forgetting.
Exactly. It's like sometimes when I watch social media, I'm like, yo, I don't want my kids or family to ever see this, because like they are on, like, my family's on TikTok and stuff.
Yes.
Like, man, like, sometimes, man, like, this thing, the influence that comes from that place is not real. But like, I think for me, it's you know, it's how we use those platforms.
Yeah.
You know, you can use that platform to exalt yourself, to bring all the light, and to make yourself the most celebrated human being in the world. Or you can use that platform to bring hope and light into the world. And I think also, like, everybody is equally important in this equation.
In this equation, yes.
You know, like, there's people who are supposed to be look at me, because they teach us something about ourselves.
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. You know, like that advert, the advert in there was this popular advert where this guy gets to the airport and he says, "Do you know who I am?" Do you remember that advert?
Oh, and then they say, "This man doesn't know who he is." Exactly. Yeah. So, like, I think everybody's important in this equation, man.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun. Like, sometimes I just like look at, like, I think social media has just made so many things like very naked. Like, you know, like, it's easy to expose yourself too much. It's easy to manage yourself. It's easy to expose yourself. And those who expose themselves or share too much on those platforms, they do it for a reason, you know. And for me, like, sometimes I look at social media as like my magazine, where I just put memories on, like, these are things that I've accomplished. This is the community that I'm part of. This is the tribe that I move with. These are the places that I go. If you want to get to understand me, you know. But yeah, like, I think for me, like, it's always been about you know, serving people. It's always about building experiences and building a brand with stores that when you walk in it, you feel like you're part of something. You know, like, when you leave that store, you feel like, geez, man, like the amount of, like, when we look at comments and on social media and Google and wherever, and you're like, you know, people will say, hey, the store experience was amazing.
That's nice.
It was amazing. Oh man, I met that guy in the shop. You know, I was actually there to buy a pair of jeans. And then he was like, no, I should buy this, I should buy that. And I was like, it made sense. You know? So that personal experience, and that's why putting people first is important for me in business. Yeah.
And most of the time, we tend to forget it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, we tend to look at people as just a number.
Yeah.
Because they contribute to the cost center. You understand?
They pay for these things.
They pay for. They're the ones that actually makes things happen. I understand. They're the ones that actually ensure that creativity is out there.
You know, like, this one business that I really, really like a lot. And I really, really like this entrepreneur a lot. Alex Kojane from Gemeli.
Oh, yes.
Dude, that man will make you feel like, you're the boss. And he goes to each and everybody. Everybody has a personal experience with that guy.
Wow.
He makes you feel like you're part of something. And after that, like, you're hooked to this thing.
Wow.
You know, and he understands people, and he tries to get to know the people that come there and tailors the experience based on the people and the crowd. And like, you know, I was looking at it the other day. They were having a birthday celebration there.
Yes.
And like, it was so packed.
Yes.
And you walk in there, it's like everybody knows each other. Everybody's done this. And you're like, wow, what a beautiful tribe. So that's the type of business I look at, and I'm like, when we get big enough, we need to stay humble like this.
Like this.
You've got all your money and stay humble.
Be there and still be able to engage with your customers. Because that's a critical element.
That's the soul.
That's critical.
So like if we start going to other places, you know, it goes away.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because now, you know, people can talk among each other and say, oh, this guy just opened a shopping center. And I'm not talking about you, but
you are talking about me.
But that's the thing. It's like now he thinks he made it.
Yeah. And you know, Tebe Galafing always says to me, you'll only make it when you're dead. That's when you made it. Otherwise, for now, we're hustling.
We're going on.
We're all going.
All going on.
No one has made it. You know, that's the ultimate goal, to die.
Tell me quickly, what's the one thing that any person told you that just changed your life?
My mom said to me, impumelelo yakho impumelelo yethu.
Yes.
Which means your success is our success.
Wow.
And I look at it in community.
Wow.
When I succeed, the community here succeeds.
Yes.
You know, when I succeed personally, at home we succeed, family succeeds, my friends succeed. So that thing stayed in me, bro. It stayed in me.
It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
It stayed in me, bro. And I was at my lowest. And my mom said those words. Yeah. And it, like, okay, cool, let's go. That's all I needed.
Just those words.
Yeah, just those words, man.
Just those words.
Those words really, really changed my life. They changed my life. They changed how I view things, how I do things.
Yes.
And they made me realize that, like, I think I'm more capable of success than most people I know.
Yeah.
You know, and I think maybe that's why my mom said those words to me, because like she saw that I can fight. I'm patient. She saw it, you know. And I think to me till today those words live beyond. They live beyond because of the situation I was in at that particular moment.
I just want to find out, must I shave your beard? Must I cut it all off?
Not all off. You know, I'm trying. I've been growing this.
It's looking good. It's looking good. We're getting there.
I've been growing it for a very long time.
We're getting there.
So I'm gonna walk out here looking like a baby.
So now everything is gone. Like, we don't recognize this guy now. We don't recognize him.
I haven't shaved in a long time. Oh, Sheldon, this is nice.
You like it?
That's good.
Yeah. See?
That was quick. Hey, these are nice. These are really nice. Eh?
Yeah. These are our household clippers that we started out.
Yeah, they're very nice. They're very smooth.
Yeah. So these are. So you know, like like a couple of years ago, I was called for an interview on Metro FM, and you know there was this whole story going around. Barbers cutting under the tree. The guys were getting pumpers. Yes. So I think it was widespread. And they got, and it's all leaning towards the culprit is the barber. You understand? And now this lady asks me a question. It's like, should everyone come to Legends? And I'm saying, no, like we can't accommodate all of those people, but, and rephrase and look at that person is actually doing a haircut. That particular individual that's actually cutting the hair, what is his focus? His focus at the end of the day is to ensure that he gets, to get money, to feed his family at the end of the day. He's hustling. He's trying to do something, I understand. And I think that particular thing just changed the way I think about it. And I was like, I have to do something about this. It has to be. And we introduced these clippers, and we said that these clippers, for every 5 that's been bought, like a pack of 5, 1 is going to be donated to those guy that's cutting under the tree. You understand? Because we understand the struggle. We understand what that guy is going through. And for me, this is just that purpose-driven project.
Wow. Because I also had I had an issue with I had the same issue.
Yes,
That's when I
yes,
stopped.
yes,
I
yes.
went to a fancy
Barber.
barber.
Yes,
Cut my hair nice and clean. Put my
yes.
cap on. At night I was itchy.
Oh,
I was itchy. I was burning. I was like, and then I stopped. I went to buy my own clippers, because I don't know, is it a
yes,
hygiene?
yes,
I'm very
yes,
sensitive,
yes,
so
yes.
I'm definitely getting myself a box. Hey,
No,
I'll buy
thank you,
5.
thank you.
I'll get 5.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Contributing definitely to a good cause.
Amen.
So
Yeah.
this is exactly it.
It's beautiful.
That's exactly it.
Fade. Why fade?
Fade. It's called fade. So the name actually comes from fade.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's called fade.
Yeah.
You understand? But we've been thinking about what language does everyone say, you understand? Because if you go to any community, they talk about fade.
Yeah,
you
I want the
understand?
fade.
Yeah, I want the fade. I want the fade. You understand?
Yeah.
Nobody actually knows why it started out.
Yeah.
But it's basically the gradients of the hair that's coming from lower up, and we introduce the X there as the scissors because it speaks towards cutting as well. Yeah.
Didn't see that.
Yeah, so that's the scissors being able to cut
that's
it.
clever.
Yeah, so I think the
cordless,
the cordless, it's 3 hours. 3 hours.
Okay, then you have to charge.
No, 3 hours. You can use it for 3 hours straight, consistently.
Yeah.
The nice thing about it, you can basically take this off and replace it.
So simple.
Very simple. I mean, this has been a game changer, and we launched it 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
We've seen the demand skyrocket.
Wow.
So
how long did it take for you guys to develop?
It's 3 years.
Sure.
3 years.
But that's a smart concept, bro.
Yeah, it's 3 years basically. And it's exact same thing like you. It's you think about these things, you think about it, and it goes to a thought process. And you're let's just do it. Let's just do it in any case.
Yeah.
And there's something, and especially with your campaign that you're running, We the People, it speaks towards the people that's out there, you understand? It speaks all the different types of languages. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter who you are, we can all relate to one another.
We all, And that's beautiful, bro. And I look at South Africa and Joburg in particular, it's I was speaking to a guy, he walks in here yesterday.
Yes.
Actually, before my point, he walks in here and just try to help him. And he's so he asked me why that flag. So I explained the story.
Yes.
He's like, oh, okay, cool. Where are you from? I could hear the accent. He's like, no, I'm from London. I've been traveling from Kenya to South Africa for the past 3 months.
What?
By bus, I went to different villages and whatever. And I'm like, what did you find? It's the most beautiful thing about Africa is people are so humble and they're so welcoming and so, everybody you just have to smile. And then they're your friend.
Yes.
And my point is you come to Joburg, you look at how many different types of people who are around and everybody wants to help the next person win. Of course, there's those ones.
Yes.
But bro, Joburg people or Gauteng people they want to make other people win.
And it goes back to the Ubuntu
thing.
We can borrow sugar from the next door neighbor without even asking you anything in return. I mean,
tell crazy story when I was a kid, right? So my granny sends me to our neighbor to ask for impupu.
Yes.
What's his impupu in English?
It's
maize meal.
Maize meal, yes.
So I go, she gives me this bowl.
Yes.
Go next door. I walk behind, and there's a slope thingy and dirt, and so I walk behind. I don't use the streets.
Yes.
So I go there. Hey, it's a Spinky. My cousin asked for impoop.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sharp. She's on it, but she goes to church with us. And I didn't know that we're suffering.
Yeah.
Anyway, get impoop and tell it. And then he covers it with a thing with a bowl. I walk back home.
Yes.
I fell down with that thing, dog. So now I'm sitting outside, I'm crying. I'm crying, bro. I cried for 30 minutes. My old man walks outside. She sees me crying. She sees that. Dog. And then I had to go back to Sisvinki, and then she did it for me again.
What?
You know, and like it's Ubuntu, man. It's like
What?
South Africa is a beautiful place,
Nah,
man.
that's
And like
amazing.
people are amazing,
That's the thing,
and that's
huh?
why I always keep people
Yeah.
in the core and the center of what I do, man.
What?
Beyond
Just,
fashion and styling, you know, fashion is very classicist.
yes.
It's one of the biggest industries that's like you can see that the rich person, that's the poor
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And with this brand, we are positioned luxury,
Yes.
but like it's different, man.
It's different.
It's
Totally
it's a new age
Totally
luxury,
different.
man.
Yeah. It's not the.
It's there's soul in it.
Yes.
There's soul in
Yes.
it, and
Yes.
I want to pump in as much soul as I
Yes.
possibly can the time that I have
Yeah.
given and deserved. And I hope to see this thing become the next, or become like the biggest thing that I've always dreamt it would be.
Mm.
Yeah,
What's ultimate goal?
that's the ultimate goal. Man, like, you know, I want when, South Africans see this brand, they must be proud of themselves
Yeah.
that we did this.
Yes.
That's the ultimate goal. Like we built this brand, you know, and we're gonna take over the world. I mean, like for me, it's like I really want to tell beautiful stories from Joburg, from South Africa, to the whole world. Have presence in every city, have presence in every wardrobe. There's 8 billion people in the world, and I hope someday everybody gets to meet my story.
So I'm getting goosebumps here.
Hey.
It will come to pass, my brother. Trust me, it will come to pass. And you know, just to know the amazing person that you are. You understand? We all know that. I know it takes time, but good things happen to good people.
Yeah.
And I do believe that everything that's coming will definitely come your way because you're doing it with the right heart, right intent of, and you can definitely see the type of person that you are. Like you know, if you speak to anyone and you ask them about Tshepo, it's like, you know, that guy, that guy.
I want that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like
Beautiful.
it's your art.
Yeah.
Your art. You understand? The beauty of it is that all of these don't get to you.
Yeah.
And it's like you're still that genuine Tshepo that everyone knows.
Yeah, man. Gotta stay genuine. Gotta stay humble.
I'm inspired.
I'm inspired by you.
I'm inspired by you.
This
This
is
is like
fun. This is powerful. I always wanted to be on this chair. And
thank you very much, Mary. Thank you. I think just in closing, maybe just last words for any entrepreneur, or maybe the kid that's finishing AFDA now, the kid that is coming out of college, that would just like to one day be like Tshepo.
I think for me, what I would say to my younger self is, man, like, see that crazy idea?
Yeah.
It's the one.
It's the one.
It's the one, dog. Like, truly is the one, bro. Like, you know, when you have something in your mind, I once met a guy and he said to me, it takes 15 years to become an overnight success.
Yes.
And he didn't just say from a financial perspective, you know, you can make your money within 5 years, 3 years. But like to become an overnight sensation, to become fulfilled, it takes time. It takes time to become a champion, to become a world boxing champion. You train all your life for that one moment. So I'd say for anyone who has like crazy dreams and crazy ideas like myself, man, it's gonna take time. It takes time. Be patient. Enjoy the journey. Be present.
Yes.
And be in the moment.
Yes.
Like it's your last, each and every day. That's all.
That's a wrap.
Danko.